and it's been on my mind. Like, you know, like when you guys think of like a brand for watches, what do you guys think?
Rolex.
Hey, right?
Timex.
Yeah, okay.
Casio.
Rolex, though, right, guys?
Rolex, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you make it in
Swatch.
life, yeah, Swatch. When you made it in life, you own a Rolex.
That's basically what you're. Yeah.
That's like a stone, like a stepping stone, pretty much. To when you succeeded almost in life, eh?
There's certain companies that are brands. Like you're buying them for the brand. You made it in life.
Name, right?
You know what? If you've had a great year, whatever you did, and you're like, buy yourself a Rolex.
Amazing. It's so true, eh?
Same reason, probably, the same reason why people buy Mercedes. You could drive a Toyota, but Mercedes says something.
I agree.
Come with a Toyota.
There's nothing wrong with anything.
Yeah, but there's nice having a nice watch on your wrist and just being like, it's my little.
That's why I was like, I was thinking about this brand. I'm like, man, why can't I,
Love that
why
picture,
isn't it
Brian.
on the market? Then all of a sudden I started going the rabbit hole of Rolex because it's such a secret company. It's really hard to like understand the mechanism of the company.
Okay.
Like you can't invest in it, right? It's done.
Can't?
No. Do you guys have any clue when it was like established? You know how long ago it was? Like,
No. Tell me.
Do you have any clue? Like, do you have like a guess? What would you guys think?
The watchmaker, been running about 300 years.
Wow, okay.
300.
Yeah, I don't know.
The company?
Yeah.
No. Really?
Hey, that's okay.
it's,
300.
yeah,
cool.
I'm thinking astronomical clock that existed in Prague. It's 1492. So good, watchmakers back.
I'm talking about watchmakers in general.
I'm thinking of a watchmaker who probably started his own company.
no,
I'm just thinking about a watchmaker.
Okay, yeah.
That was doing something and was probably like handmade because they are handmade Rolex.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a good. Yeah, I would
Let's
say.
say 300.
Cool.
I could be
what
off
did
by
you
a
think?
few thousand years.
What's your question exactly?
When do you think Rolex was established?
At least
1785.
60. It's at least 60 years.
Because they are handmade Rolex.
How much?
60 years.
60 years. Wow.
Oh, it's an old company.
Well, guess what? Tony's the closest. He's saying 60.
Really? It's that? I thought it was an old.
But it's actually 1905. 1905. They established in 1905, and then they got the name
100
Rolex.
years.
Yeah. Rolex.
More than that.
The name before
120 years.
125. 120 years.
120 years.
it was Hans Waldorf. Waldorf. Yeah. That's the actual creator or the founder of Rolex. But he had his company.
Somebody's on.
Hey everybody! Thanks for sticking around. If you're loving this content, hit the like button and subscribe and join to our awesome community. Ring that notification bell so you'll never miss a beat. Together, we're building something so special. Let's grow this channel and let's have some fun along the way. For some more content, check out these other fantastic channels. You got Checkin Habs, one-stop shop for all those things. Habs, sports, we got so much information on sports, guys. Come on. Hello. And Checkin Reports. Stay informed of the latest political news and current events. Hello. So that's it, fam. Come and check us out. As Hans Waldorf and as his other investor that was the company. And then in his head, he said a genie spoke to him because he was trying to figure out like a good like 5
This is
letter.
a myth?
No, well, that's what he said. I don't know. Probably. He said there's a 5-letter word for the company. So he meditated on it and he ended up getting, he said that a genie told him Rolex. So, hey, man, it kicked ass, that the name is stuck and ever since then. And,
Maybe it had a lot to do with the
Is it a
story.
real story?
Yeah.
Really?
Literally, yeah.
That's an interesting story. I didn't know that.
Oh, do you know, like other like good brands of watches, guys? You have any clue? Like,
Yeah, but it's
top
not as
three
old as
in the
not
top
as
of your
old.
head.
Tag here.
Okay, yes, but like, like these are
IWC or
what's the French one there? Patek,
Patek, Philippe,
Patek.
Bravo,
Philippe Patek.
Bravo.
What's that
Yeah.
Italian one that I like that's used to be used in the army that I said is like $3,000-$4,000?
Melly, no? Something Melly?
Oh, there's Vacheron, Constantin,
Cartier.
yes. But the top
There's,
three, like the
Piquet.
yes,
Piquet,
exactly. Piquet. These are the top three: Piquet, Constantin, and like Patek Philippe. Okay, these are like
Yeah.
the engineering is crazy.
U-boat.
Okay.
Yeah, it used to be a military watch. Italian
Yeah, but
military watch.
but U-boat isn't.
It's not.
Yeah,
as
it's
good
not-
as
it's
brand new.
Patek
That's,
Philippe.
that's
It's,
what I'm saying.
So
U-boat you can get for like $400 or something.
No.
Fine.
Yeah, of course.
It's not that
No.
up there.
They have different. There's different.
The U-boat, you're not gonna get under $2,000. What are you talking about?
No, you can. They have different lens U-boat. They're okay. Yes, they're expensive watches, absolutely, but they're not good.
no,
No, what Steve's talking about.
This is the
No.
Steve's talking about. It's like
300,000. You're going
I
to
sell
million.
people for a living. This is why I have this watch.
Yeah.
It's like Ferrari or new watch.
yeah. So Piquet does 40,000 watches per year.
Okay.
Constantin 20,000. Patek 70,000 watches. Guys, you have any clue how much Rolex? How many they do per year? This is on record 2021. Okay, they don't usually give out numbers. All right, they don't. It's a very secretive company. The actual company is a
Private, right? It's a
It's-
private company.
private company. Not just that, it's a non-profit organization.
Get the fuck out.
It's a non-profit.
So
It's
Okay.
called
They
the Hans.
produce more watches than the other
You're
two.
gonna freak out. Okay.
Okay.
Hans Waldorf Foundation. That's what the actual foundation is called. They in 2021. This is a guesstimate. 800,000 watches.
Oh.
The average 15K, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many sales is that? Billions now? That's a lot of sales, right?
Mhm.
And most likely there's more than just, they don't give you the exact number, There's probably like maybe 1 million, that's what, and you have to be on the freaking waiting list to get to these watches. You know how much demand?
Not all Rolexes.
Some Rolexes.
Yeah,
course.
like you could go to Burke's tomorrow and pick up a Rolex.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
That's why the market is for secondhand Rolexes. It's so high because those other models that you can't find in the stores, so hard to get.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
shoots up. That's.
And there's some discontinued watches too on top of that.
But hold on, to come back to this number,
Yeah.
I thought they were. Are they handmade? These watches?
Yes, of
Like,
course.
Yes,
So-
yeah.
how are they producing 800,000 handmade watches
Crazy
Per year.
factory.
China.
per year?
China.
China.
Like, I'm just-
China.
I'm just trying to think of
It's
like.
top secret factory in I forget Geneva, I think, I think it's Geneva.
It's Swiss, no? It's a
Wow.
Swiss company.
Yes, it's a Swiss company. Well, it's actually established in London, but then
London, Ontario, or London, England?
the factory is actually in Geneva now. But anyways, so yeah, they're selling all kinds, man. They're selling all kinds.
So that's why it's probably like this non-profit kind of business, because in Switzerland, right, you get away with these things.
I know. I think the actual
crazy.
Hans Waldorf there, he decided to that he wanted to make this a legacy company. So they top secret. Like the factory, you don't know much information about it. Their profit, obviously, I don't know what they do with that money, but they figure something.
Well,
out.
I've heard something like Louis Vuitton. Like I don't know if it's true. This is what I've heard though. Like Louis Vuitton never has a sale. Nothing that they like. So they're at the end of the year, their collection, whatever hasn't been sold, is collected and basically set on fire.
Man. Yeah,
man.
but they do that too. Rolex.
They sell it in
Absolutely.
Chinatown. What the fuck are you talking about, man? A super
I
discount.
bought one for my girlfriend yesterday. Hey, don't say that, baby. It's a real one.
The Louis Vuitton that I got you.
Louis.
Luigi Vuitton.
Luigi Toni.
You really got to pronounce the S in this, baby. Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, guys, do you have any clue what the most expensive Rolex ever is on auction, of course, ever sold?
John F. Kennedy's Rolex.
Cool, but no.
The president.
But I think it would be a special Rolex that belonged to someone.
This
Who's
is-
the person?
I don't think you guys are gonna guess it, but if you know pretty much, right?
Well, the most popular is the Submariner, right? That's what I
Yes, but
Elvis's.
it's the most popular actually.
It's not.
It's a Hollywood star or a musician, Elvis.
It's a model
Okay.
or someone who
It
owns
was an
it?
actor. It was an actor. It was sold on auction because he gave this watch to his girlfriend's boyfriend at the time. He gave his Rolex to his girlfriend's boyfriend.
Dean Martin.
Frank Sinatra.
Paul Newman, guys. Paul Newman. That in auction was sold for 17 million.
Just being clear.
$17 million.
Paul Newman's Rolex.
That's it.
He knew it.
Wow.
Good job, Leo.
Yeah, he knows his Rolex. Nice job, Kev. You got it, bro. So yeah, 17, almost $18 million for that Rolex.
Wow.
Wow.
Huge.
18
Huge.
million. Really?
Yeah, 8.
You know, a couple of years back, Burke's downtown,
Yeah.
their financing was like really low. I think at one point it was like at 0% or close to 0%.
Sure.
So a lot of people would go buy a Rolex and just finance it,
Of course.
which isn't necessarily bad because you figure, look, if you're buying a $20,000 or $15,000 watch at 0% financing, it holds its value.
Not just holds,
sure.
it actually increases in value. Some people say that,
depending the model, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that you can like, you know what, children or whatever, it's an inheritance that, you know,
amazing.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy ones. The most popular one is actually the Daytona.
Mhm.
The Daytona is
Oh,
supposed
yeah,
to be
the Daytona. Yeah, I know that.
that's the best selling one. Submariner is the second.
Yeah.
But you know, you can check out some of these watches. Like, sure.
You know what, Steve? I think tomorrow
Yeah.
I'll go to Burke's just because of this
Yeah.
conversation and
It's-
say,
dude,
listen, I'd like to buy a Rolex.
It's been on my mind for a while, especially the fact that I was trying to like invest in the company. I was like, why can't I invest? Oh my gosh! And then I started figuring things out. Yeah, of course. When they discontinued it,
Good point,
Right.
Kevin.
what? Oh yeah, it was Acquired. Have you heard the podcast? Fantastic. Acquired is the it's a podcast. If you ever like listen to these guys, like do 4-hour podcasts, and they did one on Rolex. That's why it turned me on even more. So it's interesting. My personal favorite watch, I would say, is the Air King. They actually do all their precious metal, all their steel. They do it in house. They do everything in house.
Well, Rolex.
Everything. The needle. It's freaking amazing what they do.
Yeah, it's cool.
There's actually the Cellini one is very nice. The Cellini category.
Here's the Air King. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. The Milgauss is discontinued. There's a few that are discontinued.
So the ones that are discontinued obviously are more expensive, right? Like you were saying.
Well, yeah, that's there you go. That's my topic of the week, guys. Rolex.
That's cool.
Pretty sick, man. Honestly.